touch me.
Awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
it bad,
looking
I don't
at the
know. My rap, my
youngest
blood
and
boils
best
over like.
rising star in
Oh God, here
professional
goes. I
wrestling
lost all
today.
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Heel of the Ring podcast here on the Sports Jedi Network. What's up? It is a beautiful Thursday, and we got some Impact Zone to watch along tonight. Canary will join me at the top of the hour. Of course, let's go. What's everyone doing tonight? Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and thank you for joining me tonight on the TNA watch along. Normally, we were contemplating on doing a New York Jet game. Of course, we cover the Jets here, but Canary will be in here, so we'll do the Impact Zone watch along here. We got a lot to talk about, and with some news and notes indeed. So what's up? Let's tune in. Get your snacks, your popcorn, your drinks ready to go. It's pre-Thursday. Let's go. Friday around the corner. SmackDown watch along tomorrow. Let's go with the WWE. Something that we've been talking about on this channel for about a year and a half now is the women's mid-card titles. We've been a big advocate. I have videos here. I have a couple of videos that I made for it's time for the WWE to have a women's mid-card title. We advocated. We kept making some noise down in NXT. We finally got the secondary mid-card title for NXT, the North American Women's title. We also said we needed a women's mid-card title. And according to reports now, they're in works on creating two women's mid-card titles for Raw and SmackDown. Finally. And that's not including the Speed title. I think Speed title is a wonderful concept for both men and women. They're about to crown a Speed Women's Champion. I'm not going to give it away who it is, who won it, all that. You have to tune into Speed. And I think, yes, this is an opportunity for the women to have a mid-card title, especially with the women's top heavy on both Raw and SmackDown. It gives now storylines and competitiveness to some of the other women. Meacham. It's not fair for a Meacham who's putting in some great work, working across all three of the brands and putting on the hell matches with Jada Parker, with Nia Jax. To see her up and down and doing some wonderful things, you need a representative. Dakota Kai, and of course, a lot of folks are enamored with Dakota Kai's push, as well as Selena Vega. That's a great thing that the WWE is contemplating and is working towards that direction of bringing a two women mid-card titles, especially that we got some great news. Well, they announced that. If you heard the announcements last year when they announced these record-breaking television deals and all the switching around and moving around of different networks for all the different brands, they did mention that SmackDown was going to 3 hours. They reconfirmed it today. Once the Raw leaves the USA Network, SmackDown will be increasing to 3 hours. They will give that extra hour on Friday nights. That's a good thing. I think Raw becomes also a 3-hour show. So you're looking at 6 to 8 hours total of WWE live programming, that's not including Saturday night's main event, where it's going to be 5 in a year, according to the TV deal. So we're getting a lot of WWE content. I don't know if main event is going to go away. We all know that the Hulu deal with WWE expires in days. You won't be able to see the Hulu replays or Saturday or the main event that usually is an hour before Monday Night Raw. and it airs today, Thursday. We don't know where that's going. It could be on the Peacock network. Also, they've been talked about Peacock. Their deal is coming up at 2026 for the premium live events. Do they all move to Netflix? Do Peacock pony up money just to keep the WWE premium live events on that platform? It'll be interesting to see how the landscape of WWE continues. I think they're going to check the temperature of the WWE to see where they're at, how hard they are, and how well they're going. Yes, Jerome. I think we're going to be seeing a 2024 World Series champion, Jerome. Thank you, Jerome. How's the little one doing? How you doing? Miss talking to you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Logan James is in the building. What's up? Daniel Barry, Sports Highlight, the man that says, yo, hello to everybody's platform. Salute. Just saw you on Real Talk there, Daniel. Yeah, I'm the Jedi. I have my eyes in the Force. So salute to you, Daniel. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes, so we have that there, and especially now that they moved for those hours. I was worried about the 2-hour reduction for Raw, especially with all these signings and all the re-signings of we saw Cedric Alexander re-sign, the Lotharios. Now, speaking of the Lucha Brothers are reported signed with the WWE. They have a multi-year deal in place. They will be main roster bound. Unlike the Motor City Machine Guns, the Lucha Brothers elected or pushed to be put on the main roster, Raw or SmackDown. It makes sense. We might not see the Lucha Brothers maybe until the beginning of the year. Netflix, January. The way the WWE has been signing wrestlers, not stashing, but getting them acclimated with the WWE way, go rehearsal, getting great storylines that matters. Maybe we see the Lucha Brothers night one on Monday Night Raw, or the first SmackDown of the year on the USA Network for 2025. It all could go 8-20 because it's 3 hours now. You could tell stories with them, or you never know. With the way WWE creative, they want to push the Lucha Brothers on. Look, Hikuleo has been signed with the WWE now for a few months now. We haven't seen Hikuleo on the WWE television. Jacob Fatu signed with the WWE when he was probably signed for like 90 days prior to seeing him come out after WrestleMania. It's all about the timing. It's about the investment on when we're going to see the wrestlers debut. You don't do that just for a pop at the moment. Because then you get used to every week is supposed to get a new debuting star, and if you don't get it, you feel like the show is lackluster. When done right, the surprise wrestler becomes a big deal. Ask All Elite Wrestling. As a matter of fact, you could even ask Eric Bischoff in WCW. That was the thing they did every week after week, and when they stopped doing that, when wrestlers or the company was running either out of money or they just weren't signing, there was a freeze of signing or overbooked, oversaturated roster. It affected their creative. It affected their viewing. It affected the fans' feel for the show because they didn't get the new superstar jumping ship each week like that, and that hurt at WCW. It hurt a little bit AEW, in my opinion. You don't want to do that, WWE. They fell into it. WWE fell into a little bit of trap there when they brought Karrion Kross back, Hit Row. They were Dakota Kai, and Io Sky back when we saw Damage Control. They gave us that little bit of a nostalgic, and then it went away a little bit. And people were like, and then the storytelling of WWE took over. See, WWE could withstand storytelling to get us involved in those type of things. When other companies don't do that, they feel the hurt, or they feel the anguish or the disappointment. I hope Triple H pushes Damage Control Raw on Netflix. Now there's 3 hours, Logan. There's 3 hours on both shows creatively. Look, Raw has been very, very uber entertaining since Triple H has taken over Monday Night Raw. Everything has meaning. Every storyline leads to something later down the road. It sets up for the viewing pleasure of the following week, or even for the premium live events. Even if the wrestler doesn't wrestle on that premium live event, that storyline compels you and hooks you to want to watch the aftermath of the premium live event because you want to know what happened to this story. Triple H is doing a phenomenal job there. The one thing I thought it was hurting Triple H in SmackDown was those 2 hours. The too many commercials on Fox, the blacking out of the screen on Fox, the censorship. We understand this is over-the-air television. we understand you still have to cater to a lot of children watching the product. And I'm not saying they have to be risque. They don't have to give us blood. They don't have to give us needles. They don't have to give us bags. What I liked with Triple H, everyone's storyline, and was worrying me about the too many commercial breaks when it came to Fox. And I understand Fox has a lot of money and to be made with the advertising dollars and all that good stuff. But now on USA Network, you're going to get some picture-in-picture. You're going to get 3 hours of entertaining wrestling. Now, the Bloodlines segment doesn't seem to be rushed like they used to be on Fox. It was 9:45, and you knew that they're going to try to, they have to squeeze this. And you get anxiety watching that. Are they willing to squeeze this? Is Roman coming out? Roman takes 5 minutes himself just to walk down and breathe the aura and have the crowd, let the crowd breathe and acknowledge him. Those type of things we don't have to worry about pretty much with SmackDown. He'll be able to, have enough time for the Roman segment. So I love that. I like that. I am a big advocate of the 3 hours for both programs. I know people say, that's too much. That's too much wrestling. It should be 2 hours. Then you end up cramming 10 pounds of garbage in a 5-pounder sack, and then you become All Elite Wrestling. You don't want to do that. You want everything to breathe. Yeah, I always say 2.5 hours is the happy medium. 3 hours could be long. I'm going to agree with you for at times. A 3-hour show could be a little long. 2 hours a little too short. I think the 2.5 hour medium, but no one does the 2.5 hour happy medium. Maybe Netflix. Maybe when Raw goes on Netflix or like a commercial. But we'll see how that goes. We have 8 minutes here before the TNA Impact taping begin. Congratulations to Ken Shamrock, who signs a Legends deal with the WWE. Ken Shamrock is now part of the WWE family once again with a Legends deal. Good to see that. Ken Shamrock, if you remember, a crossover from the MMA world. I thought they did him very well in the beginning. A former Intercontinental Champion. His feuds with The Rock, his feud on Monday Night Raw was a staple of the Monday Night Raw Attitude Era. I thought Ken Shamrock was great. I enjoyed Ken Shamrock. Him and Steve Blackman back and forth. It's good to see Ken Shamrock, and of course, good job for him. And just think of this: WWE has on their roster Motor City Machine Guns and Lucha Brothers. That's why this is another statement. I see these tag teams. Here's a statement that puzzles or makes me raise an eyebrow. And I know some people say it needs to be done. Some people say it has to be done. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods splitting up as a tag team. Now when you have these type of tag teams coming in, Lucha Brothers, Motor City Machine Guns, you got time now on both shows to push even more of a tag team singles, the tag team division. You got the American Made with the Creed brothers. You've got some kind of version of the Wyatt Six, no matter if it's Big Red and Joe Gacy or Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. There's tag teams. There's either one or even Bo Dallas. Everyone thinks Bo Dallas is a single competitor, which rightfully so, the leader of the group. But you have tag teams. Interesting how they're going to go and possibly split Xavier and Kofi, unless it's the return of Big E that's going to keep them, the glue, the foundation to keep them together. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't think so. I doubt it. I think they're going to go on a split. But damn, you got these tag teams, in there. I would have loved to see the Motor City Machine Guns and the New Day. Give me a series, give me a program, a series with these guys, not just a one-off. Give me a nice series, a storyline with them. Which is the best tag teams? The underrated tag teams, not underrated because I think the New Day is the most decorative and WWE tag teams of all time. Even that's saying me who watched Demolition, the Hart Foundation, and so forth. Just to have that kind of matchup there, and then you got some upcomers from NXT. You still got the Lotharios, in the WWE still. They just signed a new deal. You've got some guys, I think I love this about SmackDown going 3 hours. Hopefully they get to show more and develop the Apollo and Baron Corbin tag team friendship. I think that works. I think Baron Corbin helped Braun Breaker get even to another level of excellence when they were both the Wolf Dogs. I thought that helped him out. I think of Baron Corbin teaming up with Apollo. Although it seems at first you say that and it sounds strange, I think it's going to work. Now they're gonna have time to tell their story on SmackDown. In the new upcoming year, tell their story, get acclimated, and we even forgot to talk about Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly. I know you look at it and some people might raise their eyebrows. Not my cup of coffee. They're too flamboyant. They're too goofy. Trust me, if you watch NXT UK, NXT at all, or watch them, Pretty Deadly as a tag teams, they hit. When they do their shenanigans, where they do their kind of like cheat to win or cutting corners to win, they were very decorative NXT tag team champions for both UK and the NXT roster. I would love them to WWE to get their hands on them creative and showcase them. First thing they need to do, be honest with you, they don't need to repackage them. What they need to do is repackage their theme song. Get that damn theme song out of there. Go back to their NXT theme song. Get me something different. Get that ABBA type of theme song out. It doesn't work with them. It doesn't. People hear it, you kind of like get disgusted, or you want to run to the concession stands, because that's the kind of and I've been a big advocate of this. I say this: if you don't have a theme song to get you acclimated to a wrestler, if your theme song doesn't hit immediately, where you're like, "Ooh, I love that theme song," it helps the wrestler go miles ahead. Sometimes the push comes in their own theme song. I hate to say that, but case in point, when you hear that glass shattered, you get excited. When all the different things, just think about all the theme songs of your faves. When you just the first chord, behold, time to play the game. You're like, ooh. Just think of those, like the dong of the Undertaker. Those things help when it comes to a wrestler. That's why I was very upset. I'm glad they changed Braun's new theme music, but when that second one they gave him when they took away the original NXT one and they gave him the one, that was like, oh, come on. This guy's a star. You can't give him a crappy theme song. And they kind of changed it, and I'm glad they changed it. So I'm a big advocate on a theme song being an important introduction to a wrestler, and I think Pretty Deadly needs to change. They need to change on that. I don't like that theme song from them. But we got about 2 more minutes before the Impact Zone. We're going to have Canary join us here on top of the hour. All right. And let's talk about tonight. This is a TNA Impact that was done on Saturday after Victory Road. Victory Road, what a pay-per-view for our TNA. TNA is on fire. First and foremost, it's a TNA night. Let's get to talk some TNA here. TNA has been on fire. TNA, that house in San Antonio, the visuals this Friday, and I heard Saturday, the tapings were a packed house as well. TNA is growing more and more and more. If you say the collaboration with NXT, WWE, and TNA isn't working, you got your head in the sand, or you just want to be negative contrarian. Plain and simple. You want to be. There's a lot of them on the IWC Twitter X. A lot of negative contrarian. If you're saying it's not working, then I don't know what's going to work. I'm sorry, pal. But that's working for both companies. NXT, you saw Hammerstone, the way he's featured. You're seeing Rosemary and Wendy Chu. Rosemary, a great staple in NXT. Wendy Chu, in that match with Jordynne Grace, was another good challenge for Jordynne Grace, who needs some competitive fire as a champion and make her championship run feel even more special for the Knockouts division. Also, you get to see Zachary Wentz. I think Zachary Wentz looks like a star, coming into NXT. The returning Nash Carter, now Zachary Wentz going up against his best friend, Wesley, in that street fight. Also, we see Wesley come out and interfere with Zachary Wentz tonight. Trey Miguel is out with injury. They played it off. Or they told that story on NXT. Wesley attacked him in his home in Ohio in a parking lot. He just attacked him, came out of nowhere. Now, it gives right off Miguel for a couple of weeks off of TV or for taping, and now you have that more fuel to the fire with this street fight. and I love it because it gets us in the storyline with TNA. You know, I love it as we get the TNA Impact Zone. They're gonna give us the vignette here of Victory Road. Of course, they're gonna show us Spitfire. Spitfire, we're gonna see them as first time with their Knockouts title come out tonight and address the crowd. Their mission statement as NXT as a TNA Knockouts champion. Who will be their challenger? Will be a rematch. We saw Marsha Slamovich after losing. Tasha Steele and Alicia Edwards just turn on her for losing the title. Now, I've said it here before, and I'll say it again. I think Alicia breaking up on Marsha Slamovich was a good thing. I think Marsha Slamovich should be the one to dethrone Jordynne Grace for the Knockouts title. In probably for Under Siege, Above the Law, whatever the Steven Seagal pay-per-view that they have in January for TNA, or even Final Resolution. You know, if Jordynne Grace, like reported, her contract is coming to end, looking to go full-time WWE contract. Although, and I have mixed reactions on that. I kind of would love her to stay in TNA. But if there's nothing for her or she reached her pinnacle of a ceiling, I don't blame her for wanting new challenges in WWE. But I just don't want to seem like WWE is working to poach talent from them. I don't want to hear that. I kind of want to hear WWE growing. I kind of want to see wrestlers go back and forth to TNA and WWE at will, you know, when especially if WWE doesn't have anything quite creative for them, allow them to go to TNA and wrestle, you know, give them a 6 to 8 week program. Let them, you know, TNA, you're going to go to TNA, you're going to get paid by WWE, you go 6 to 8 weeks at TNA. And then when WWE needs a TNA wrestler for a program 6 to 8 weeks, they'll go to WWE. Vice versa. I kind of would love that kind of relationship, not just totally poach where they're going to take away the talent and you're not going to see them in TNA no more. Or, you know, they're going to be just WWE superstar rosters and you're not going to see it. I kind of want to see kind of a working relationship that way. I doubt that's going to happen, but that's just wishful thinking personally. But listen, I'm a big advocate as they're going through Victory Roads, Nick Nemeth beating Moose. Listen, and JBL come out of nowhere and just bop. JBL showing up everywhere and everywhere. He's like a politician everywhere, or Beetlejuice. You know, you talk about Beetlejuice, JBL is everywhere. MLW, AAA, here in TNA. When is he going to show up in WWE again? That's another one. So like I was saying with personally for Bound for Glory coming up, I kind of hope that we see AJ Styles. I kind of would love to see AJ Styles involved some way in Bound for Glory against Frankie Kazarian. I would love to see Frankie Kazarian and AJ Styles on Bound for Glory, especially with the working relationship WWE and NXT and WWE and TNA NXT has with one another. That's the type of thing I would like for Bound for Glory. As we have Alicia, or if it doesn't happen for Bound for Glory, he makes an announcement on Bound for Glory at Final Resolution in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. He's from there. He's from Georgia, the state of Georgia. He's going to wrestle Frankie Kazarian at Final Resolution. Who's going to be, because Frankie Kazarian calls himself the king of TNA. AJ Styles has begged different. He waved the flag for TNA for many, many years. If you talk about Hall of Famer, a lot of people are going to say with AJ Styles, they're going to the first 3 letters that come to AJ Styles is TNA. That's a great one. That's a great book. Book that. AJ Styles, Frankie Kazarian, and I know they don't believe it. They have King of the Ring, but the King of TNA. You know, a so-called title. Look, hey, if Taz can make a FTW title that doesn't make is not sanctioned, is not really recognized, why not make a King of TNA? Love that to see that. Here we go. We got Marsha Slamovich in the middle of the ring. I mean, actually, Marsha Slamovich interrupting Alicia Edwards. Excuse me. And here's Marsha. All right, Marsha coming out a little different. Now, we've seen Marsha in Bloodsport. That's why I think Marsha has put in a lot of work here. And that's why I would love to see her defeat Jordynne Grace, because her availability, the way she wrestles and fights, you know, she's the type of woman that you could believe taking the title away from Jordynne Grace with a knockout blow. Okay, so these two ladies in the middle of the ring, back and forth. Okay, so Alicia Edwards is under concussion protocol. All right, she's berating Marsha in the middle of the ring. Says she was the brains of behind Militia. This is gonna be important for her. Her promo. She said something in her native tongue, Russia. Now she's gonna speak. She speaks good English to me. There you go. Marsha with a nice promo. But from behind is the Boricua badass, Tasha Steele. This is if you know me or you get to know me, my favorite TNA wrestler, Tasha Steele. Oh, Alicia with the kendo stick right to the back of Marsha Slamovich. 2-on-1 situation here. Bam, she's getting caned. Marsha is getting caned by Alicia. Boy, where someone with a concussion could really swing that stick. Here we go. Now they're going to hit her now. Here we go. Tosh Steele now. Wait a minute. Here comes the juggernaut, Jordan Grace. Oh, smart. She used the title belt to protect herself from the kendo stick. All right, now here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Eddie Edwards and the system. Now they got the women in this middle of the ring corner. Wait a minute. We got the music. It's the Hardys. Oh, look at Jeff with the Fiend makeup. Let's go. Matt and Jeff Hardy. Look at the crowd. The crowd's popping. The crowd is going bananas. Hardys. Now we know that the system got the tag team titles back from the ABC. All speedy recoveries for Chris Bay. Oh, wait a minute. We got the authority figure, Santino Marella. The director of authority. He's coming out. Let's see. He's going to probably make a match here. Let's see. A lot of the chaos. A lot of shenanigans. Oh, there's a wish tonight. Here we go. We're going to have a 6-person tag match. All right, so Alicia Edwards will be out as a Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We got the daughter interrupting, Adriana Grace. Hold on. I'm taking this in. All right. I like this. That was cool. Father and son on TNA TV. Father and daughter, excuse me, on TV. Now these days, who knows, right? All right, so here we go. We got the system, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards with Tasha Steele in a 6-person tag. They're going to take out Masha Slamovich and the Hardys. So, okay, then following next week, we're going to have Jordan Grace is going to team up with an NXT wrestler. It could be Carmen Petrovic, or it could be a So Ruka is supposedly her best friend. They're going to team up against Tasha Steele. I mean, Wendy Chu and Rosemary. Excuse me. Wendy Chu and Rosemary. Because I'm just looking at Eric Young and Josh Alexander going face to face, cutting a promo in the back. Now, a lot of rumors have it that Josh Alexander is a free agent to be coming up. And he would like to stay in TNA Impact, but he wants to also hear what offers he has out there. How much money or all the companies, the interest level he's going to receive from other companies. And if he's willing to, if the money is outstandishly great, will he make it? He might contemplate moving from TNA. Dangerous one. I don't blame Josh Alexander to hear out the offers. If you have a gun to my head and you're asking me where Alexander's going, 2 places I could tell you right now. He's either going to stay in TNA or is he going to Maple Leaf Pro? I don't see Alexander going to All Elite Wrestling, although I don't know how much the AEW fans are clamoring for him. You know, they only seem to like people that have Connecticut or New York City W-2 forms. If you have a W-2 form for the WWE, you're hired. I don't know how much they want the TNA wrestlers, so it kind of seems like Maple Leaf Pro, if you ask me, for Mr. Josh Alexander, where Scott D'Amore could make him the face of the company, the heavyweight, and revolve around him, and that's not a bad person to make that your face of your company, Josh Alexander. So I'm a little bit worried if you're a TNA Impact fan, and of course I cannot wait to see what Maple Leaf Pro looks like. I can't wait for next month to see what that looks like. If we're gonna have another wrestling company, it might be small, it might be an independent, but with aspirations of being a 3rd company or a 4th company in this wrestling, in the way wrestling boom is, I could see Maple Leaf Pro up there, you know, leapfrogging an MLW, leapfrogging a GCW, getting right to the TNA type of level. That's how much belief I have in Scott D'Amore as a booker. And he did it. Look, he took TNA pretty much out of the mud. Yes, TNA had the name recognition, but let's face it, Access TV is not the most easiest channel to find, or even TNA Impact Zone to watch along, to find it on YouTube. You know, it's not compelling. Maple Leaf Pro comes out of nowhere and they start drawing, and you see the names, some of the matches he's putting on for his first inaugural card. You know, a lot of who's. If they get a television deal where it has to be either from Canada and they can sell it to the United States and get on a Spike TV, get on a Fox who wants to get back into the wrestling business or have a wrestling content. Everyone's hammering it might be, it's All Elite Wrestling. It's All Elite Wrestling. They're gonna get Shockwave. Don't be surprised if it's Maple Leaf Pro on FS1, you know, or on that Fox deal. Where, you know what, and it all depends on the way they deal, how it looks, and how people buy into this inaugural card for Maple Leaf Pro coming up in October. If that gets that big viewership and it delivers, don't be surprised if Fox, you know, because it's going to cost way cheaper to bring a Maple Leaf Pro for a Scott D'Amore who knew how to make chicken salad with chicken nothing from Anthem, and they're giving him a Fox deal with some wrestlers already, and Josh Alexander's your main guy, where wrestling fans know who he is, and you can able to have wrestlers work on different territories. Don't be surprised if Maple Leaf Pro becomes that FX company that signs that wrestling. That's Maple Leaf Pro goes to FX, not All Elite Wrestling. Everyone says, what about not? Why not TNA? TNA with Anthem until they sell TNA and FC Victa to the WWE to TKO. They're gonna stay on Access. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I've been saying this since January. I think TNA gets sold along with Invicta FC to TKO Group, and they'll put it under their umbrella. That means they'll move. That's when TNA will move from this channel, from this platform, and that's when you'll see the difference. We'll see. All right, we got a commercial. As the Jet game is about to start. I was going to do the Jet game, but Canary was going to come on. So hopefully she jumps on. She's not coming on. I should have done the Jet game. I wish she would have told me that. All right. We got a backstage with Marsha Slamovich and Jordan Grace. See, they're teasing that. There you go. All right, so she got business to take care of first. And, of course, we're going to get some Slamovich versus Jordan Grace. I like it. I like the Jeff. I love the Jeff Hardy's team. That is cool. There you go. Love it. I love the promo. That promo has better TV quality. If you're watching along, what's your thoughts, right? The promo in the back has better quality, picture quality. There you go. And then they leave seeing each other. Mantra looking at Jordan Grace. I love it. Well, we got first class action. Let's go. All right, we got first class, top dollar. Let's go. AJ Francis, excuse me. He wants to be called AJ Francis. That's his name. Let's go with it. There you go. Last time we saw this team, first class, they were in that Tornado tag team last week. That was a good Tornado tag team. I like, some people don't, but I like AJ Francis. I love his reinvention here in TNA. I'm glad he stuck around with TNA, wasn't hopping around. That's a good fit for him. And Sinner and Saint, who is this? I don't know who this team is, guys. So Sinners and Saint, I don't know who they are, guys. Are they an independent tag team that they're making a TNA one-off here? Is this an enhancement talent? Although first class was the first team in, usually the enhancement talent is usually the first tag team in the ring. Interesting. My first time watching this, guys, so I want to see who they are. So I'm interested. Alan Assad with a first down. There we go. Watching both. I got both the Jet game and I got the wrestling. So I'm doing a little double duty here. Jet's trying to get into New England territory as Rogers scrambles here. Look at this. Rogers throws a deep ball. Deep. And this one is off the fingertips. He threw that ball deep. Here we go now. Here we go. Navarro now. Nice move by Navarro. Casey Navarro, first class. Oh. Oh. All right. So is this the sinner or is this the saint? Which is who's who? There's a tag here. They're going to set up here Navarro. Navarro now breaks the... Oh, but there is a toss off the rope. Ooh. Drive a double drop kick by Sinner and Saint. Here's a pin. Kick out at 2. Damn, what a chop. Navarro now. Oh. Casey Navarro off the ropes, who hangs in there. Nice move. Oh, here comes AJ Francis. Oh, with a shoulder tackle. The big man. Look at this, setting up for a move. And oh, what a powerhouse there. AJ Francis tag team action here. As the crowd boos. He's getting the heat, though. That's what you want to see from AJ Francis, getting the heat from the crowd. And I don't know why the WWE did not use him as this mega heel. He should have been a mega heel, Suge Knight type of mega heel in the WWE. But you know what? That's not WWE's problem no more. It's TNA's. Oh, what a knee. And he does that knee and flips over the ropes. So that's something he does on purpose. Before, I thought that was a botch. But no, that's a thing he does on purpose. He knees and flips himself over the ropes. But back to AJ Francis in the WWE, they should have booked him as this mega heel kingpin type of character where, you know, and it's right now, you know, there's first class dollar or there's first class top dollar type of deal. Would have worked with the right creative in WWE, but oh damn, double stomp there by Navarro. 30-19 for the Jets. There's a quick out here. Let's see. Damn, what a chop by Navarro. Oh, damn, he went flying over. They made him go airborne. Here's a side one. Nope. Tornado DDT. See, Judas Icarus, I guess that's his name. One thing I didn't like about that, if you have AJ Francis up, and he's such a big guy, and he's picking you up like that, how the hell you got the momentum to do a tornado DDT? That's the one thing I wish they'll change when with that tornado DDT, especially on Francis. He's too big. He's too strong. Make it. You lose credibility on the believability on that move. Nice move there. Oh, nice missile drop kick. All right, so Saint and Sinners look a little bit. They look very, very nice tag team. There we go. They're working smooth. Oh, nice move. So Sinner and Saint in control here. They're bringing Navarro in. They're going to set him up. Here we go. What they're going to do here. Reverse. Like a reverse suplex. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. That was a nice move. So he turned him inside out in a suplex type of variation. I kind of like that there. Hey, this team is impressive. Never seen them. This is my first time watching Sinner and Saint. Oh, AJ Francis working like a big man. That's right. Take him in there. Here's the choke slam. Or the down payment. Here we go. Navarro now. Frog splash. 1. That should do it. And that's it. That's it. All right. First class picks up a victory. Impressive for the tag team. And Saint and Sinners, first time watching them. Very impressive. Good match. Very good match here between these two. Casey Navarro and AJ Francis. This was a good match. Very good match. And just like it's supposed to, AJ Francis is just too strong to be in the ring with those two other competitors. No, it's no disrespect. And, of course, the down payment was the main factor here. He put the down payment down, and Navarro with the frog splash. That's good. That's good wrestling. Good wrestling, good psychology, good wrap-up to the match. This was a very good match. And Saint and Sinners went over without going over. Do I want to see another match of Saint and Sinners? Yeah, I do want to see another match. They were impressive. Well, we go. We got a vignette in the backstage. Who's this here? Is this Sammy Callahan? Looks like it. We got a barbed wire bat. Let's see. No, it's my boy. Santana. Mike Santana. Let's go. Boricua rocks, baby. I'm going to go on a limb. I think he's doing the best work of his career in TNA. Santana has back in this run with TNA here. This run with TNA for Santana as a singles has been one of his best work of his career. He looks main event worthy. Face of the company, you know, his pay-per-view or his weekend for the Puerto Rican Day weekend that they had at House of Glory was a success. Phenomenal things. What a 2024 Mike Santana has had. And we're going to have a Texas death match with JDC and Mike Santana. That's the main event. But what a 2024. Now he needs for him to complete it is getting some gold. Is there gold in Mike Santana's pedigree here in 2024 to close out the year or to even to start the 2025? Under siege. Could he be the number one contender? Only time will tell for Mike Santana. He has been continue to do great work. Great work. Maybe I might be a little biased, but he's been doing great work. All right, there's a commercial here. Let me take a look at the Jet game. New England takes the ball and run third down, third and long. Jets moved the football, but could not. They got into Patriot territory, a couple penalties, and they had a punt. Those that know me, I'm a big Jet fan. Normally I would do the Jet game. I thought Canary was going to join me for the wrestling. She's running late, so no, she won't be joining us tonight. Ooh, blitz. Throw this one and throws it away. Got a punt. All right, Patriots go 3 and out. But here, we got what a good hot tag team match up there. We're getting a treat later tonight. Six-person tag. Slamovich, the Hardys, taking on Tasha Steele and the system. The tag team champions. That's going to be great to see that. That's going to be good. Texas Death Match. Oh, you know Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming when they give you the commercial, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That's that like that rock Christmas song. Yeah. What's today? September 19th. We got our first Christmas holiday special already. Hey, listen. The Lost Christmas Eve. Listen, Halloween Horror Nights already started here in Florida. So if you're a big time person that lives in Florida, Universal Studios, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, they already got their Halloween Horror Nights already set up. People have been going. I think our own guy Jay, who used to be on our channel, already went to Halloween Horror Nights. He said he had a blast. So, boy, next thing we know, we're roasting turkey. Or we're baking turkey holidays. Holidays around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. You see all the pumpkin spice, pumpkin this, pumpkin that, pumpkin this. It's crazy. Next thing you know, we blink and we're already at Netflix January 1st. Or the first Netflix, Monday Night Raw Netflix. My goodness. What's going on, Devin? How you been? I've been doing well. How are you? Good time, long time. I hope you're doing good. I'm glad to see you doing all right. Glad you're back around. How's everything, man? We still got commercial from TNA. We still got a commercial from the Impact Zone, and we also have a commercial in the football game. So nothing really to talk, but just chopping up and always saying hello to everyone joining us. Thanks to everyone that's joining us on all the different platforms here. Thank you guys. Twitter X, you're quiet tonight, Twitter. Let's go. There you go. Now you could vote. You're legal to vote. You're now officially 18. That's last month. Happy belated birthdays. So after I finish school, wrestling training begins. Hey, man, I hope listen. Before they change your name in the WWE in the Performance Center, make sure you know. Make sure you let me know when you're there so I can say hello to you at the Performance Center and meet you when you're on your road to the WWE. When you become an NXT superstar, when I see you sitting in the Chase U section, you let me know, hey, I'm going to be there. I'll go to NXT, definitely, and I'll definitely say what's up. Definitely. That's cool. I'll be rooting for you. Let's go. Hey, that's good to see. Good to see. Hey, anything can happen. Look at Izzy. Look at Izzy Moreno. Izzy. I mean, she's from this city, from Orlando. Now she moved to San Antonio, was Mission Pro champion, and now she's going to college, going to wrestling. Anything can happen. Anything could happen. They're showing, oh, yeah, they go Mike Bailey. I'll tell you what, Mike Speedball Bailey with that title, the X Division title, looks so great on him. That's another one that I'm afraid will go to Maple Leaf Pro. That's another wrestler that I'm afraid. Here you go. Honestly, I want to start in TNA because there's a reason. They're the reasons I got into wrestling. Hey, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't know if they have a performance center there. You're gonna have to probably go to a wrestling school and probably see a tryout for TNA. That's why the NXT route might be a better route for you. But hey, you never know. You know, what city do you live in? If you don't mind, you must have told me 1,000 times with so many people we talked to. So I apologize for forgetting. What city you're in? You get a good wrestling school. If you're in the Florida area, you gotta try to find one of There's so many good wrestling schools in Florida other than the NXT. Massachusetts. So there's some good Massachusetts schools up there. The old Killer Kowalski school where. Don't know how far that is. Johnny Ross in New York. There's so many different schools. I'm going to start with local. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to. You work your way up. Absolutely. I'll tell you what. Start getting your cardio. Start getting Start getting your cardio up. One thing I hear about a lot of people from actors that I know heels is something big, and they've been interviewing them on Busted Open all week. And all the actors says they got to get their cardio. The bumps in the ring are not easy. It's a tolling. So get your cardio up. As we got the Indie God. Speaking of indies, we got the Indie God Matt Cardona coming out. Cardona wants to stick with a company. He doesn't want to do the independent traveling, and he wants that stability. Although he's killing it, making money, hands over fists in the indies. But he's got to really, I guess I understand. He's getting older, doesn't want to do too much of the grind. He wants the guaranteed money. Chelsea's settled down in WWE. I could see that. Could we see Matt Cardona go back to WWE? Absolutely. But I would love him to be the face of TNA here. Why not? Why not be a face of TNA? How about the Indie God? Yeah, versus Wrestling God JBL. Whoa, didn't think about that. That's a hell of a one. That's a hell of a match. What company sponsors it? Who puts it? Is it going to be MLW? Where he's a commissioner? Is it here on TNA? Is it in AAA Mexico? That's the fun part if they do that. All right, we got Rhino now. ECW legend Rhino taking on Matt Cardona. We all heard Statlander is required to get neck surgery, so she will be out of in-ring competitiveness. I think we're gonna see her after back in kind of a valet or manager kind of role until she gets better. Here we go, Matt Cardona. Bound for Glory will be Detroit, Michigan, October 26th. Oh, they got Turning Point. Man, I need to get some wrestling credentials. Once I get when I get some media credentials, wrestling credentials, that TNA is going to be one of the first ones. I know I'm a big WWE guy, but I kind of want to go. I want to go to a TNA Impact Zone. I do want to go. I definitely I should have went when they came to Kissimmee, Florida here. When they did, and then I was gonna buy the Tampa. Ooh, Rhino would have showed the tackle. Good thing I didn't get the Tampa taping because it was SummerSlam night, and I would have missed SummerSlam. But I definitely want to go to TNA. I can't, I keep saying, when they come back to Orlando or the Orlando Central Florida, I'm gonna go, and never pulled the trigger. Ooh, Rhino. Look, here we go, Rhino. Oh, what a suplex. To see Rhino wrestle at 2024 from ECW, the way we got the ECW chant. There we go. Man. It's good to see Rhino still wrestling. He doesn't look like he used to look, like in his ECW days, but he still looks like a damn rhinoceros. Here we go, Cardona got with a missile drop kick. He got a near fall there on Rhino. Jets are first and goal, ball on the 10-yard line. Let's go. Look at the move, and it's a touchdown. Jets on the board. Allen the Lazard with a touchdown. Uh-oh. Rhino. Damn, what a power bomb. Oh, near fall for Rhino with that power bomb. Rhino could still deliver that menacing power bomb no matter what or how physically he looks or conditioned. He always could give you that menacing power bomb when it comes to a Rhino. Oh, we got a chair. We got a little. But the fans want tables. You could bring the chair out, but the fans want tables. Cardona hits him with the chair. The referee throws it out. Oh. Here's the code of silence from Cardona. So, okay, Rhino is going to get the victory on a disqualification. But Rhino took the chair out, but he threw it in the ring, and Cardona used it. But now, here we go. Cardona is about to hit him with the... And wait a minute. Lights go off. Uh-oh. Here's a nostalgic moment. Here comes the... PCO just came out of nowhere. PCO's already in the ring with the choke slam, and damn, down goes Cardona. So the Canadian Frankenstein about to unleash his punishment. He's going, oh, wait a minute, PCO. He's going to the top rope, but Cardona smartly rose out. And PCO, for his age, the moonsaults that man does, the matches and psychology that man does, at his age, what is he doing? He's beating up on the chair. Okay, he's having a Ric Flair moment with the chair. He's going to moonsault the chair? Is he nuts? He moonsault the chair. Why? He's beating up on the chair. He's just gorilla pounding the chair now. I guess sending a message to Matt Cardona. And Cardona looks like he's about to crap some bricks. Wow. PCO wants a piece. Talk about wanting a piece of Matt Cardona. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Honestly, I thought JBL is going to call himself the Long Ranger. Hio Silva. He's looking for a Tonto. That's what he's going to all different companies. He's looking for a Tonto. If you know the Alarm Rangers, you know he has a sidekick called Tonto. All right, we got a commercial here. On a Thursday night, Sunday night, we got Thursday night football. Jets up 7-0 on the Patriots. And right here, we got some good matches. Although this was a no contest or disqualification where Matt Cardona uses the chair, Rhino gets the victory. PCO comes out, sends a message beating up the chair and says, if I destroy this piece of chair, I'm going to destroy you, Matt Cardona. Cardona leaves like a chicken shit heel. Excuse my language. Now, those that are joining us here, if you're not aware, Monday Night Raw, once it leaves the USA Network, SmackDown gets that third hour, so it will be a 3-hour show. SmackDown will be a 3-hour show starting in January. Raw probably goes back to 3 hours once it's in their flick, so we're getting 6 hours of WWE programming plus 2 hours of NXT on the CW. Wow, that's great news. Plus Saturday night's main event. I believe it's 5 Saturday nights main event throughout the year. Plus the premium live events. WWE is on fire. It's showing us more and more and more their reach. They're globally reach all across the world with the PLEs, with people watching and viewing. They just got some more international talent by in the name of the Lucha Brothers. They're on their way. They signed a multi-year deal with the league. The Motor City Machine Guns should be making their NXT debut soon. You gotta love it. You gotta love what WWE continues to do. Phenomenal job. Ken Shamrock signed a Legends contract deal with the WWE. So might be coming into the Hall of Fame. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. I think Ken Shamrock is a Hall of Famer. You gotta love that. And of course, here we go. Devlin wants to see. I hope we get everybody wants to see Obafemi and Moose. Absolutely. Let me ask this here. What was your thoughts of Obafemi and Hammerstone? I love that match. For a Tuesday night, yes. Because NXT TNA, it could happen. Yes. I personally want to see Worlds Collide. Give me a pay-per-view with both TNA and NXT talent, both on it. Here we go. We got the tag team champions coming out. Congratulations to Danny Nuna and especially Jody Threat. Both of them, especially Jody Threat, holding that TNA tag team knockout champion. That was cool. Cool for her. Good for her. Brock Lesnar. Hammerstones remind me of Brock Lesnar. Yeah, you got a little Brock Lesnar, Lex Luger look. Shane Douglas, Wait a minute. We got Adriana Grace coming out. Are we getting an NXT matchup here? We got the Liaison. Moose said he's going to retire at 28 when his deal expires with TNA. Damn, that's around the corner. I got to give Moose a lot of credit. He's sticking with TNA. He had an opportunity to be a WWE superstar. He says no, TNA. I got to give him a lot of credit. I respect Moose. Brock Lesnar, he might come back at the Rumble. Brock Lesnar, if he comes back at the Rumble, he's definitely facing Gunther at WrestleMania. They'll do some kind of programming where they, I can see that. If Gunther's still the world heavyweight champion, Brock probably wins Elimination Chamber or something. Oh, we got the D-Generation X version of NXT here. Kendall Gray and Carly Bright. All right, so we get Carly Bright as the niece of Paul Levesque. You could look at that nose. You could see that Paul Levesque. No, I'm just kidding. Before people say I'm actually serious, no, just because she has a big nostril. I swear, if Brock Lesnar beats Gunther, I'm gonna crash out. No, I don't. I think it's gonna make Gunther more of a. What's up, Chosen? How are you? Thank you for joining us, Chosen. I think what's gonna make it better. It's gonna give Gunther even more of a legitimacy. He just beat a world champion, beat the Beast Incarnate, and it doesn't hurt Brock Lesnar, especially the way Brock Lesnar's physicality, and if he makes Gunther look vulnerable, you gotta definitely love that. All right, here we go. We got Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray, very good wrestler. Can you imagine NXT post something that breaking news: TNA signed a multi-year deal with Brock Lesnar? Hey, instantly he becomes the face of the company. I mean, he's only now. It's not if, it's when Brock Lesnar takes the world heavyweight title away from Nemeth. Do they have the money for that though? For the money, because Brock at the end of the day ain't coming in for cheap. Brock is asking for a lot of money. I think he outpriced himself a bit for the UFC, let alone to TNA. But this is wrestling, Devlin. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. All right, we got the girls. We got Jody Threat. Oh, nice take down there by Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray is a decorative amateur wrestler, very good wrestler. Is that a tag or no? Oh, the Knockouts tag team champion. Here we go, Danny Luna. Danny Luna now. Oh. What's she gonna set up here? No, Kendall Gray with a roll up. Shoulders down. He got a near fall there. Oh, cross body, but Danny Luna's too strong. Oh, there's a fall away slam, and she pops up. Danny Luna with a pop up. All right, Danny. Nice. Honestly, I want to see Joe Henry win the world title at Bound for Glory so he could call out John Cena. Oh. Yes. John Cena's going to have fun in his last match there. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if John Cena makes a crossover. I think Brock Lesnar is going to do the WWE stuff now for fun. Absolutely. Yes. He's an attraction. Oh, look at his double. But it took two ladies to get Kendall Gray up. It looks nice. We got the Knockouts champion having Danny Luna up. They're holding him in one hand. Getting to try to get the crowd going. Look at that. And down goes Kendall Gray. There's a kick out. Yeah, Brock Lesnar should be an attraction. When you hear that music, that you're like, oh, wouldn't be surprised if he's a fifth member at the War Games. They've been teasing. And you know what? Maybe not this year, the following year. It all depends on the direction of the WWE, where they're going with. Because right now, I don't know their direction. I was always pretty good at knowing the temperature of what the WWE might do, especially with Vince's creative. Might have been a little bit predictable, but with this creative, you don't know exactly what they're doing, exactly how they're booking. But I saw something online where it has like corporation versus bloodline. With the whole family, the whole bloodline come together, and Brock Lesnar is part of Triple H's corporation to go up against in the War Games. Nice. I saw that. It kind of intrigued me, but I don't know if they'll go that way, because they did tease Rock and Triple H. Remember at that media scrum in Vegas when Cody went to business for himself and slapped the Rock and said that was bull crap with all that. When Rock was mad, he told Triple H, "You better fix this. You better fix this." They never played that back. They never went back to that. They left that kind of under the rug. They could always go back to that where he goes, "I wasn't happy with the direction, yada yada yada." They could always play that. What's going on? D-Walk in the building. Damn. Jody Threat. Here we go, the tag team champions. Here we go. Jody Threat calling for it. Danny Luna, boom, there it goes. This should be the beginning of the end. 1, 2, and the Knockouts tag team champions defend their titles successfully against Kendall Gray and Carly Bright. Hey, that's a nice bump or in the ring for both Kylie Bright and Kendall Gray. Listen, as much as we would love to see the NXT Women's Tag Team titles return, but if they're going to help out and work as a tag team in TNA, that's nothing wrong with that. Get those bumps. Learn how to work as a tag team. I like it. The ladies did not bad. Good title defense. You know that the Knockouts Tag Team Champions were going to retain, and a good move. Good job there. TV time, also TV working for Kendall and Carly. It's a win-win for both. All right, the Texas Death Match here on the crossover hour. Okay, so let's go. JDC versus Santana. Oh, this is gonna be great. We got it. We're going in. They're going in the commercial break, and of course, the Jet Game is in the commercial break as well. So there we go. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. All right. Ooh, something that I didn't pick up or didn't mention on my news and notes was the Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks will not be granted an AEW release amid his WWE interest. Now, just like Area 51, we don't know when the hell of AEW wrestlers contract expires, unless if AEW doesn't have no intention or the wrestler doesn't have no intention of resigning with them. Like there was reports that Rey Fenix they were going to add injury time to his contract and not them go to the WWE. But the minute right now the rumors are that Kevin Owens' contract is expiring and he expires. They have the date March something at 11:54 Eastern Pacific time. They know that, but they cannot tell you when Ricky Starks' contract is expiring. Ricky Starks does not want to be in All Elite Wrestling. They don't use him on television. They microwave him. They start. They stop. They try to heat him up. They defrost. They take him out of the deep freezer. They put him in quickly to defrost. They try to thaw him out. Then they put him back in the deep freezer. They don't know what the hell to do with the kid. He doesn't want to be there. Why bring that and why bring that negative morale and someone who's not happy at work into the in backstage and catering doesn't want to be there whatsoever? What does that show your other talent? Just let the guy leave. Grant his release, and I get it. If you grant it to him, other people's gonna. Anytime someone doesn't get booked right or doesn't get, they didn't get the last piece of catering brownie, they're gonna get mad and yada yada. I understand that, but if you're showing reasons for not using him on creative, let the guy go. Let him go. Let him go work. He's not that old. He's not that young either. He's at his prime. Let him go and work. Then if you're afraid that the WWE might use him and he's gonna be a reason to bury you, then shame on you as a creative, as an owner, as a head of creative for not using him, for allowing that person to work. Look, Ricochet wanted to leave the WWE. WWE didn't put any oppose. And if you ask me, between Ricochet, I think WWE wins. We got Samantha Irving. We get to see her Monday night. All right, I see her, announcing. So tell me who's coming in the ring than seeing a Ricochet match. She's better on the eyes. It's just me. Ricky Starks. I mean, the only reason Ricky Starks isn't on AEW because he's a CM Punk guy. I mean, then you know what? Then you're in the wrong business. This is business. It's not personal. You're supposed to, business is business, personal is personal. You can't use personal affection or this. And I understand it's a human element because I think we all have done that in our own lifetime. Well, I can't sit here be hypocritical and say, oh, well, that's business is business, and you gotta know how to be professional. But they're in a multi-million-dollar company. They gotta know how to be professionals. In other news, Bobby Lashley could be heading to TNA with MVP. That's interesting. I was talking about AJ Styles. I would love to see him in Bound for Glory. or announce that he's gonna be at Final Resolution in Atlanta. You know, I'm at Bound for Glory. I'm coming to wrestle in Atlanta. You know, in my home state for this year in December. Yada yada, all that good stuff. I would love to see that, and I would like to see Bobby Lashley and TNA personally. He fits more. Is he gonna be, if he goes to All Elite Wrestling? Is he gonna? They'll move him to the top of the card. Absolutely, he'll be. They'll probably have him wrestle for the world title the first Dynamite. But here's the thing: what happens then? What happens then? We'll find out. Wait a minute, we got Zaya Brooks. Okay. Dana Brooks, this storyline they're borrowing from Toni Storm and Mariah May. I hate to say it, this is a copy and paste of Mariah May and Toni Storm with Ash by Elegance. The only difference is the young girl that is it Havoc? No, Havoc is the one that's missing from. Okay, that wasn't so nothing to stop me in the tracks to listen to it, but I mean, Ash by Elegance. She's getting TV exposure on TNA, so she was getting more TV time than she would have gotten in WWE. Here we go, the street fight time, JDC. Here we go, Texas Death Match. All right, JDC. My question is, there is no rules on this Texas Death Match. Are we going to see we saw Santana take the title off of Moose was going to use it as a weapon. Do we see Moose interfere here against and help JDC? Only time will tell. Will we get the system? Here we go, Mike Santana. Is he going to come through the crowd, or is he going to come through come from the back from the gorilla? No, he's coming from the crowd, and he's bringing. Who's that with him? Is that security? Who is that? No, that's TNA security. All right, here's Mike Santana coming down. Oh, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I see Mike Santana coming down the aisle. I'm not gonna try to get funny with him. He could pull out and knock you. He got that Bronx in him. He'll knock you right in your face. Here we go. And the match starts on the outside of the apron. Here we go. It's a street fight. Let's go. Here we go, Santana. Let's go. Oh, back and forth they go. They're extending punches in the middle of the ring. Hit him up. JDC. What a clothesline by Santana. Santana now. Wishes. Oh. One more. Let's go. You know me. Mike Santana's on. Let's go. Let's go, Mike Santana. Vamos. There you go. Step up in Seguri by Mike Santana. Let's do it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Kind of like a Haluma kick. Another one. Another Haluma kick by Mike Santana. He's in control here. Let's go. Oh, he's pointing. He's got the point. And now he lets the crowd breathe the TNA chants. Love it. He's acknowledging it. He's letting it breathe. Now he gets the point. Oh, JDC just rolls out. Oh, moonsault. He got it. Over the top rope. Santana. We want some tables. Yes, it's a street fight. This is where you want the tables. That's a touchdown. Broke the plane of the goal line. Oh, we got some chairs, but the crowd wants tables. The crowd wants tables. Santana's setting up the chairs, though. Here we go. We got another chair. He uses that as a springboard. Let's see. On his arsenal, got one. He's going to set up the second one in the middle of the ring, both of them facing face to face. Is he going to power slam him or suplex him on there? No, wait a minute. He's going to change it. The opposite. Ooh, that's going to hurt. He looks like he's about to provide punishment on JDC. There's a chop for your troubles. Oh, here we go. Oh, JDC, a good. Oh, wait a minute. JDC now. Is he going to? No, Santana in the buckle fighting for his life. Here we go. He's on the second rope in the turnbuckle, and he's just opening up with some knuckle sandwiches. But JDC, out of desperation, is going to pick him up. It's Santana. Santana's going to go, back onto the two chairs. What a dirty dango move from JDC. See what I did there? Oh, man. He's going to go for a pin. Oh, qué sucio. Dirty dango. Trying to they're all, the system, American flag, but he's trying to make Top Crocs, make it great again. Oh, wait a minute. We got a kendo stick. Got a kendo stick. Oh, here we go. The classic garbage can with the kendo stick. Here we go. Wakata. Wakata. He's hitting that. He's hitting as he beats him like a drum. All right, Dirty Dango. JDC. He's going to the top rope with Santana in the garbage can. Leg drop. Okay, Hogan. Oh, but was that a smart move as he's holding his buttocks? My hemorrhoids. You got a "This is awesome" chants from the crowd. I like it. This is awesome. Jets increased their lead 13-0. Oh, we got blood. Santana's busted wide up. 14-0 Jets. Oh, but the barbed wire bat. Oh, Dirty Dango got a shot with the barbed wire bat. Santana got him. Barbed wire action as Dango getting it in his head. He gonna make him bleed. This is a pay-per-view quality match, and I was hearing it earlier today. Tommy Dreamer was talking about he had to make a decision and not cut this match off the pay-per-view, but he was gonna save it for the next day on Saturday night, and I'm glad they did because we're watching it tonight, and what a hell of a match, you know. This is also a perks of having your own when you own the network. TNA doesn't have to worry about the violence, the blood, showing them bleeding, cutting. So that's another kudos on saving this match and putting it on Access TV because you're able to showcase the blood. You could showcase the violence. Good job there, and you want to watch that with Mike Santana and JDC on a Thursday night crossover hour. Yeah, that, especially when you got Thursday night football going on right now, and the games are getting a little on hand. It's 14-0 Jets, where you might get some wrestling fans click back onto TNA just to see what's going on, and you see this death match where you see blood. You might captivate an audience. Smart. My point is smart placement of the rest of the match on the card. That's a big thing about booking a wrestling show. A lot of people don't talk about, you know, the placement of the matches, when you're going to put the match on, where, the purpose of it, crossover hour. You know, you want to push someone that can retain an audience through the crossover hour, because sometimes a new show might start and they might just want to go tune in just to see the beginning of the show and might not come back. So you want to have your superstar to keep that person from not tuning out. So there's all those things when you watch wrestling in the watch along, or when you watch wrestling. We like to try to point out why wrestling companies do that. And I hate to say it, and it's not picking on it, but All Elite Wrestling fails at times to do that with the crossover hour, putting certain matches that you captivate you or hold it off for a pay-per-view, especially when you're charging what, $59 or $49.99 for the pay-per-views. And most of them, the way I feel, their pay-per-views. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. My son both of my sons love All Elite Wrestling. What's up, Danny? Danny Brown is in the building. Both of my sons like they love AEW. They're old men already. They're 23, they're 25, 26 years old. I'm a WWE guy. I try watching WWE with AEW. My point is, I watch the pay-per-view sometimes with them. They have it on. I'll watch some of it. I won't watch all 9 hours of it. When they do it, I watch some of the matches. The problem with them is it feels like it's a glorified Dynamite. When you hear the matches they put on, you gotta save stuff for pay-per-views. That's just my opinion, but to each his own. Danny Brown is in the building. Danny, how you like TNA so far here tonight? I love this this match tonight right now, this Texas Death Match. I love to see the girls from NXT there, Carly Bright and Kendall Gray taking on Spitfire. That was good. I thought Saint and Sinner debut on TNA was very good. I loved it. I love this, you know, with First Class winning, but they went over without going over. I want to see another match of them. You know, the Hardys, the face painting of The Fiend for Jeff Hardy, bringing homage there. I love that too. That was cool. And BXW trademark Harlem Lewis. People saying it could be a wrestler of Reality of Wrestling, or Booker T's son is going to wrestle. Hey, that's cool. Let's go with that. That's cool. You know, Booker T, not for nothing. If let me ask you this, Danny. Let me ask this to everyone. If WWE were to say they were going to sign or use Reality of Wrestling wrestler, you know you're getting good quality wrestling. You know the wrestler that's coming in is going to be well trained. Case in point, Roxanne Perez. I think she's killing it. I think Booker T's. Have you watched Reality of Wrestling on YouTube? I tell you guys to. I advise you guys, go and watch Reality of Wrestling. It's a real fun, good show. Listen, I will love. Personally, I wish I had more time. Guaranteed, I wish I had more time. You know, now that base basketball season's coming up, I'm gonna be doing more Knick games. You know, all the Knick games again. I should have been doing a Jet game tonight, but that's how much wrestling is on fire that I'm doing TNA. Wrestling is on fire, and right now, good for me. The Jets are up 14-0. I would have loved to be calling the 14-0 blowout, but my point is, wrestling is on fire. I would love to see Reality of Wrestling and review it, talk about it. I've told you time and time again on my show, I love OVW. I'm a big fan of OVW. I think OVW does really good stuff. You know, from for certified Luke Curtis to Layla Gray to Tiffany Nieves to Cash Flow. Big fan of OBW. I thought that I love what they're doing. Al Snow doing out there, and I wish they would get more money to get bigger. Hollywood J, yeah, and she's also in reality of wrestling as well, moving around the independent scene. That's only good for her, to getting more bumps for her. Her ultimate goal is getting to the WWE. And she works hard. I could see where they could give her an opportunity in NXT. And then it's up to her to flourish to go to the main roster. She wants to wrestle Charlotte Flair. That's one of her dream matches. Oh, what a power driver on the outside. 1, 2, falls count anywhere in this match. Both men are busted up. They're bleeding. So both men are bleeding. And we got Santana. There we go. Carl. What's going on? Carl Andrews. Lucha. Yes, we mentioned that. I mentioned the Lucha Brothers might not. Don't be surprised. We would love to see that in Bad Blood, Carl. Carl, don't be surprised if they don't show up until day 1 of Raw. When they move to Netflix. Especially that now that Raw and SmackDown both are going to be 3 hours. I knew they mentioned that. I said it earlier. I know I said it earlier again. I'm going to be a little redundant or repeat myself. Was that when they did the media deal, they did say that SmackDown was going to go to 3 hours. That's why I was a little bit surprised or questioning why SmackDown wasn't 3 hours on the USA Network. Is that they're going to wait until the new year to go Raw to SmackDown for 3 hours. Raw in Netflix will be 3 hours. It makes sense for a television product for USA because right now they're paying the WWE to stay on the USA Network for the remaining year, or I think WWE's paying USA to play whatever it is, and it costs $25 million for that additional hour per episode. Per day. So it understands it's a cost and effect money-wise why they're only going 2 hours on, why Raw is shrinking to 2 hours. Understandable. It's understandable. But my point is, they're going to have 3 hours on either brand. They bring in the Lucha Brothers, and they could go direct. Look, Hikuleo, and I've used an example. Hikuleo's been signed with the WWE for months or weeks, you could say, hasn't shown up on television yet. Doesn't mean he's not, but they're getting acclimated with storyline, with bringing him in the right time. If you bring the Lucha Brothers just to bring the Lucha Brothers, what storyline do you really have with them? Because they show up, they're a tag team. There's got to be something there with storyline related where they're going to set up and get the Lucha Brothers involved. The same thing with the Motor City Machine Guns. They've been signed with the WWE, rumored for what, 2 months maybe, when they did their last indie show, and they kind of said, we're done, you're not gonna see us in the indies no more. That was a while back now. They're getting acclimated. Jacob Fatu was signed with the WWE for a while, and then he finally showed up after WrestleMania. My point is they signed Stephanie Vacour has been signed. She actually wrestled in Mexico, and she has not been on television. Like, they're fixing her visa and they're fixing all that stuff. We get it. Julia came in. Julia signed back when, and look how long it took her to get here. They slow and steady. They're signed. They're gonna debut. They will give it to us when the storyline is correct. Oh, wait a minute. Santana was gonna die. What is he doing now? Oh, he's getting a ladder. This guy is pulling out the stops. Damn, he's going on a ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going on an 8-foot ladder. What's going on, Mr. Darnell Davis? Yes, 2025-24 season next month. Training camp opens up in a couple of weeks, and we are almost we're weeks away for tip off. Here we go, Santana now. Santana. Oh, with the splash. Here's a pin. 1, 2. It's over. Santana, what a visual as the Patriots score on a field goal. 14-3, Jets, under 4 minutes before they go to halftime. Santana, beautiful move with the splash. I am extremely hyped for more than one reasons. For the Jets winning here, the Knicks starting up, Mike Santana getting a victory here. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. The Yankees clinch a postseason berth. The Mets doing well, too, holding on to that wild card. Oh, wait a minute. Why the referee? I thought it was over. That was a little wonky. What happened here? Santana pinned him. So what was the point? There is no pinfall? Okay. Good match there, but the ending made you raise your eyebrow. Though we were talking, I was getting hyped up on all the different things here. Wrestling's on fire too, Danny. We're getting now, in the season for Halloween Havoc, the CW move, Bad Blood. Oh, Moose hit him with a chair. Crown Jewel. We got War Games coming up. Iron Survivor at NXT Deadline. Final Resolution. Bound for Glory. My God. And then the Rumble. And then the Netflix series. And Rumble. Man. What a time. What a time. Moose just blisterated that chair on Santana's back after getting into that Texas death match. Moose just comes out and they're booing him. You might want to turn the lights on so we can see Moose. Can't see Moose with the lights off. Put some more lights. There we go. Get the camera right in there if we can see Moose. There we go. And he's talking about the Lucha Brothers, but look how hype I am with that, though. That match was awesome. Yeah, that match was awesome. Danny, let me say this, Danny. When it comes to with the Lucha Brothers, think of, oh, wait a minute. Josh Alexander with Saint and Sinners. Okay. Oh, okay. Wants to take them under their wing. I would definitely like to see a group of fashion with Josh Alexander and these kids. I would like to see that. We're gonna listen to Joe Henry coming up. Yeah, Penta versus Io Sky. No, you mean Penta and Chelsea Green. Check that out. They had a hell of a match. Josh Alexander acting like a face. Interesting. I think he's trying to recruit a group to just wreak havoc. Especially if he wants those titles, he needs help for the system. But WWE is losing free agents. I know. They know when every free agent's contract is up. That Sheamus just signed a new contract with the WWE. He just resigned. They've been signing, and we were questioning. I don't even remember, Danny. We were questioning when we weren't so happy when we thought Raw lost an hour. We're like, wait a minute, you're signing guys like Cedric Alexander, Lotharios. You're signing all these wrestlers, and you're cutting an hour and you're cutting house shows. What the hell's going on? And I kind of said it. I said to you guys, but I thought they announced 3 hours of SmackDown. And then, like, I guess not. But it makes sense now. They're signing these right because now they got 6 hours with Raw and SmackDown, 2 hours with NXT, 2 hours with Saturday night's main event. Okay, so you're now 8 hours of wrestling, or 8 with 10 with NXT. But you could send some of the WWE wrestlers to NXT. You got a lot of hours of wrestling live television. Plus the premium live event. So, and the way creative is working, you gotta like what they're doing. It's stuff like that I wish Ricochet would stay in the WWE. We could have gotten a rematch, Penta and Ricochet. Last time Penta made Ricochet lose his mask. Hey, listen, Ricochet. Ricochet was intrigued on having that moment with Ospreay. Ricochet wasn't gonna, and I heard it today on Busted Open, and I was like, pretty much yelling. You know me, I don't tend to agree a lot with what they say. I like to listen because again, there's nothing on sports talk has been boring. Well, it's always talking about the Yankees and all that crap. And I listen to the wrestling. Wrestling's on fire. I want to still hear what the Hall of Famers got to say on the program. Not LaGreca. I think he's a shill. But my point was with Ricochet. They said he didn't accomplish anything in WWE. I disagree with Ricochet. Ricochet was a United States champion, a Intercontinental champion. I'm not gonna say, you could say speed, whatever. I believe, didn't he hold the tag team with Braun Strowman, if I'm not mistaken? And Braun Strowman got hurt. My point was Ricochet had a ceiling, and I think and it was a good move for him to go. He wasn't gonna be, Ricochet was never gonna be world heavyweight champion, undisputed world champion. He wasn't. Let's face it. Is there an opportunity where in AEW he could be world champion? The way that man books his show, anything could be possible. Seriously. Anything could be possible, or he might take another level unhinged to that fan base that he might be worthy for a world champion. But for WWE, what they asked for, or their model, Ricochet was never going to be world champion. Oh, don't forget, Ricochet was also North American champion in NXT. So he was decorative champ. When he came to the WWE, he did win titles. They did push him. Did he? And I remember when he got on the microphone with Logan Paul, no one cared about that. And I thought their matches were bangers. Listen, Ricochet put great matches with Logan Paul. And I tell everyone time and time again, go see Ricochet wrestle Carmelo Hayes in Worlds Collide. That was the opening contest of World Collide that I was there in attendance. I was there in person. That match, Carmelo Hayes kind of told the WWE, if Ricochet wants to go, we got Ricochet in Carmelo Hayes. Even, that's dime a dozen when it comes to that. And I'm not saying, people are going to say, no, Ricochet's better than Carmelo Hayes. You have to watch that match. He kept with him pace per pace and wrestled Ricochet in that match. Just watch it. And then we'll talk about Ricochet. Ricochet was U.S. champ, IC champ, North American champ, tag team champion, speed, and of course the biggest one of all, he won Samantha Irvin. Yeah, that's a massive win. Absolutely. Anyone who gets to him, yeah. Indeed, Ricochet's winning. He's fine. The only difference is that he won't be able to wake up and work and travel with Samantha. Monday nights now, the schedule, their relationship is going to be tested financially. They're going to be okay. I'm pretty sure he got a much more better deal financially with AEW and WWE. There's Xia Li, yeah. I'm glad Xia Li is coming back to is going to TNA. I think under Gail Kim, she's going to flourish. But I hope she that's just the presentation. I hope she take away the stereotype gimmick away. Yeah, that's cool. Her heritage but leave it there. I don't need that kind of seems Vince McMahonish. I need Xia Li to come out as Xia Li, a badass. I more would like to see her as a kickboxer. She debuts next week. I kind of would like to see her as a kickboxer, martial arts badass. Not, I know, it's another stereotype. Than the Mortal Kombat gimmick. Here we go, Joe Henry. Yeah, she's still going to appear in NXT. Yes, indeed. Here's Joe Henry. Look at the crowd. He's still on fire. People still on fire with Joe Henry. Rightfully so. Joe Henry's on fire. I believe in Joe Henry. Now, a lot of people think he's got his eyes on that world title from Nick Nemeth. I think Xia Li wants to do the gimmick. I don't think she cares about the gimmick once she's booked. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right because this is a fresh start and she's staying with that gimmick. So, hey, that's her. On her, that's fine. That's what partnership fun. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I can't wait to see the Hardys show up in representing TNA versus the Machine Guns in NXT. Just think about that. Just think about that if they were to do a Pros Collide. The Hardys represent TNA while the Motor City Machine Guns represents the WWE, and totally opposite. If you see their careers, you think of Hardys, you think Hall of Famer for WWE. You think of the Machine Guns, TNA Hall of Famers. Interesting, right? It's overdue for Joe Henry to be world champion. Here's the thing I think they're afraid of. If he becomes world champion, what next for him? Is he going to stay over? There's always that. Look, it's always that chase. There's money in the chase. There's always money getting to the top. It's just what you do when you're on top of the mountain is the hard part. I'm with you. I honestly want to see Joe win a title, but that's the one thing I'm afraid of. What happens when they put him, they strap him with that title, because fans get to be finicky and they want to turn on the champion immediately after 30 days, or sometimes they already want the next champion. Nemeth, look at Nemeth. Nemeth is champion, and people were climbing for him to lose already. I hate it when people immediately turn on people when they get on the top. Man, don't you just cheer him 5 minutes? Yeah, didn't you just cheer him 5 minutes ago? Yeah. I hate when that happens too. And we saw some of that a little bit on NXT Tuesday with Trick Williams. Everybody and their mother loves Trick. Whoop that Trick. And then when he got put to the table, I was like, when they were like, you whooped that Trick got whooped. I was like, whoa, that was quick. Oh, make Goldberg. No. Keep Goldberg where he's at. Fixing cars, talking about cars in his garage, enjoying his son play college football. Bret Hart will have a hissy fit. Absolutely. What? Oh, we got Frankie Kazarian coming out. All right. I don't know if Danny, I mentioned earlier, I would love, because I saw Frankie Kazarian. I'm going to repeat this again. I would love for Final Resolution. I don't know. There's still time to build for Bound for Glory. They haven't built anything for Bound for Glory, but I would love AJ Styles versus Frankie Kazarian for the King. I know they don't do King of the Ring or whatever the case. Since Frankie Kazarian is calling himself the King of TNA, AJ Styles coming like interfering and have a match between Kazarian and AJ Styles for like the quote unquote, like they'll have the BMF if you watch MMA, the baddest MFer. Kind of like not a title, but like a unofficial type of title wording, King of TNA, AJ Styles versus Frankie Kazarian. I think people would eat it, especially if it's Bound for Glory in Detroit, or even in AJ Styles' hometown in Atlanta. Their Final Resolutions in Atlanta. Talk about selling tickets. You're going to have AJ Styles return to TNA as a WWE competitor versus Frankie Kazarian in Atlanta. Just think about that. They want to talk about bigger gates, pay-per-view buys. December, people, when their pay-per-view is a couple weeks before the Christmas holiday, and you have that there, I think they'll do good, and that's going to set up 2025 really good for TNA, in my opinion. I would love that. I don't know if they could agree with WWE to allow AJ Styles not doing nothing. He's healthy. He's medically cleared. They don't have nothing in right now creatively. Get AJ Styles there. Let him announce it on Bound for Glory. I'm coming to see you, Frankie. You think you're the king of TNA? Well, you know what? And then just build it. You got all of November to build that pay-per-view. Go for it. Where you have some AJ Styles come in, vignettes, yada yada. I would love to see that personally. Delvin, yes, we've been speaking about it. The Lucha Brothers, indeed. They're taping NXT TNA next week. Yes, they are. Yes. Oh, Jets just missed that one. So we got Frankie Kazarian and Joe Henry. Kazarian's getting you suck chance. And Shawn Michaels really had a nice or really good conversation and meetings with Kazarian. I wouldn't mind seeing Kazarian back in NXT. You know, just to do a little program, you know, do something in NXT. Come out there and challenge, and I would love to see that. Help the young talent in ring with him, regardless of win or losses. Oh, we got Nick Nemeth coming out. What if Styles is staying away from the WWE to build this expense to a TNA? Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we're thinking, Devin. That's what we're thinking. I would love to see AJ Styles, because AJ Styles wrestled the European tour that the WWE did in Netherlands, right? When they went to Bash of Berlin, AJ Styles was there with the OCs or the Good Brothers. He wrestled on that tour, so he's healthy. It's just right now there's nothing from him on television right now. Here comes Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, what's your thoughts, Devin, on Dolph Ziggler as TNA World Champion? What if AJ Styles goes back to his old TNA look with the short hair, no beard? Anything is possible. We haven't seen him on TV for a while. Although I think the beard stays. I think he likes the beard. Dolph as TNA champion, well deserved. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think he deserves it. I'm glad he's the champion. Are we getting Nemeth and Kazarian? Kazarian never held the TNA world title. I don't think he's going to take it off of Nemeth, though. Although it'll be interesting because Nemeth is a babyface. So you got Joe Henry and Nemeth doesn't really interest. Although they're not afraid of doing that. If well done, they could do that. Oh, we go. Oh, we got Santino Marella. He's been doing great the last 2 months as champion. His match removes from Masterpiece with JBL. Yeah, that was great. Let me ask you this, Devin. Did you like the match with Josh Alexander, the Iron Man match? I thought it was a little bit underwhelming. And I thought that was going to be a banger. I think they went a half hour too long. They would have gave us a 30-minute match. They would have told a hell of a story, too. I thought it was just the Iron Man match didn't live up to the Iron Man match that maybe I had higher expectations of them, and I was anticipating something different, and I didn't get it, and that's why I thought it was a little underwhelming. But man, I think 30 minutes would have went well. They would have told a hell of a main event, tore down the house if they would have done it. The Iron Man match with him and Alexander was just a little too long. I thought it was good, but the crowd made me upset. I thought I had the opposite with that. I thought the crowd kept me invested in the match with the chants. I understand some people don't like the chants from the What or other company, yeah, or all the other stuff, but I kind of appreciate that because it was kind of a little bit underwhelming. I don't want to say boring, but I thought it was like, we were like, we still got mad time here. So I kind of appreciate the crowd for keeping me invested in that Kentucky. We might get a Battle Royal Gauntlet or BF from the TNA Legends, NXT TNA now. I can see that. All right, here we go. Main event time. It's a 6-person tag team. The System. Here we go. All I would say this. The ball chant at Alexander was funny. Oh, okay. Brian Myers. Here we go. The System with Tasha Steele. Oh, we got a beautiful full moon out tonight. It's watching the sights and sounds from the sights of the Jet game. They show in New York City. Beautiful full moon. Here we go. It's Masha Slamovich. And what I didn't expect was Matt Hardy at Rebellion in March. Yeah, that was a yeah. And then Jeff coming back afterwards. How crazy if Ken Shamrock pops on CW and ankle locks Lexus King. He signed a Legends deal. You never know. Now Legends deal, they could come in and out. Yeah, you never know where they might pop up. Here's the Hardy Boys. That might be, no, I was going to say Miz TV's guest for that night. Zerline missed the kick. Of course, look at Jeff Hardy with the Fiend mask, the Fiend makeup, excuse me. Because it ain't over, BX Sean said if you want to miss CW for October, what if we got NXT TNA? What if Shawn Michaels shows up on TNA? Listen, this is in San Antonio. I know it's taped. It would have been a nice time. You know what? Shawn Michaels, even if he would have come on the TV, would have got a huge pop in San Antonio, but I think Shawn Michaels knows that he doesn't want to steal the spotlight from TNA. I know it would have helped him with the rub. You know, Shawn Michaels show up and announce something. Maybe they'll do that next week. Shawn Michaels has an announcement. It is San Antonio. It is his hometown. You know what I'm asking? Will we see a TNA representative, men and women, in the Iron Survivor in December for NXT? Deadlock. If they do the Deadlock again, which I think they will, I think that's going to be a staple for NXT. I was at the first one. Grayson Waller, I mean, was phenomenal on that, and Tiffany Strand. It would be awesome. It would be an awesome moment. Absolutely, it would be. Seeing Shawn Michaels there on a TNA screen, Mr. WWE. All right, so they're in halftime, 14-3. Jets over the Patriots. Jets missed a field goal by Zerline. For Iron Survivor, I see Hammerstone doing it. There. Yes. There you go. You know what? Let's go. You just put Iron Survivor, Hammerstone in there, cleaning. Yeah, I like it. Yes, yes. What about the women? Any women in that Iron Survivor match? Although you could say NXT has a lot of really strong women to be in that Iron Survivor. I mean, you could put Lola Vice in there. We could see Lash Legend. Remember her matchup. Although I think Lash Legend will be probably wrestling for the world title. At Deadline, I don't think she will be a. Let's entertain that Lash Legend. There's two. You could put in, if Julia's not the world champion, which we all think Julia will be, you could actually put Delta. Stephanie McCool, that's 4 women. Jada Parker, 5. I mean, if Kalani moves up in division, that's 6. Those are your 6 iron. I mean, there's so many possibilities for that women's Iron Survivor. We haven't even mentioned a TNA women yet. You know, could it be a Rosemary and Iron Survivor representing TNA? You know, could it be another one that we're not looking at right now, that we're not seeing? Tasha Steele. You know, one of the matches I would love to see, Tasha Steele versus Kalani Jordan for North American World Title. Or even Xia Li returning back. Ash by Elegance in that Iron Survivor matchup. Anything. There's so much. You know what? There's so much here. We could sit here and fantasy book so many great stuff between NXT and TNA, especially the Iron Survivor. That's why I know we wanted to see some representation for War Games. You know, we mentioned here we would have loved to see the champions. You know, Elliot, our own partner here. Elliot wants, and I agree with him. Would have loved to see each representative world champion in a fatal 4-way. You know, give me the NXT world champion, the undisputed world champion, the heavyweight champion, and give me the TNA champion all in the ring. Give me, fatal 4-way. Give me the North American champion with the Intercontinental, with the United States, with the X Division champion. Oh, that would be just awesome. You know, give me a tag team gauntlet. You know, but they're not. They're gonna do the war game with the. It's understandable. It's understandable. But man, that would have been something. Or you could even make that a separate pay-per-view, Worlds Collide. But I don't know where they'll fit it. I have no idea where they'll fit it. December's pretty much after the Saturday night's main event. They're gonna take some time off. They'll probably go, then they got the holiday tour in Orlando here. Then they go to gear up for Netflix. Royal Rumble's in February, the beginning of February. Then you got Elimination Chamber. Then there's WrestleMania. There's no way of putting a Worlds Collide with all companies, with all 3-4 brands. Oh, damn, what a kick in the face. Marsha on Tasha Steele. What a running clothesline. Look how Tasha Steele sold that. Here you go, Gunther, Dolph, Cody, Paige. What a match. I told you, right? It's yeah. Just think of that. Oh, yeah. Just think of those names there. Oh, we got mix. They're going to do the mix here? No, they want to tag. Matt Hardy wants to tag. There you go. Matt Hardy's going to delete. Here we go. We got delete. Here we go. Matt Hardy's going to get tagged in. And once he gets tagged in, here we go. Here we go.
Delete! 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 Delete!
There you go. He's in the ring. Oh, what a right hand. Main event tonight. It's the main event. Are the Hardys taking the title from the system? Oh, here we go. Oh. I don't know. That's interesting, right? What you see? Do you see them pulling the trigger? Do you see TNA pulling the trigger and having the Hardys? Here we go. Here's an Irish whip. Oh. Nice. I can see that, and I can see when ABC gets healed, when Chris Bay gets healed from his shoulder, he could be right back and taking the titles from the Hardys on Hard to Kill. Here we go. Oh, nice. Vintage Hardys. Is it close? Oh, no. He did not clear him over. Eddie, here's Tasha Steele's putting the hands. And she has no problem getting her hands dirty here. But here's Slamovich to the rescue of Hardy. Slamovich now beating up on Tasha. And Steele's now into the buckle. Oh, Irish whip. Let's see. What's Slamovich going to do? One more time. Oh. He's directing traffic here. Oh, here we go. She's going to do what Jeff does. Here we go. Slamovich now. Oh, what a splash. That was cool. Nostalgic here. As we know, Marsha Slamovich has a picture when she was younger meeting Matt Hardy before she got into wrestling. That's cool. All right, she got the clap going from the crowd. Okay, Marsha got the clap going. Marsha's going to the top rope. What's she going to do? Marsha, and oh, she got it. She did a moonsault off the top. All right, we got the TNA chants. TNA. Let's go. Yo, this is cool. Another TNA show that it's hot. It's on fire. No, tonight, not a dull match. Not a cool off match. Not a wrap it up match. TNA right now, this is the main event. I'm doing this now before it ends, and they're picture in picture. But last week we had so much fun doing that. TNA was on fire, and the one thing that I wish TNA would do, but all with due time, as we continue to support it, we continue to watch it, continue to buy the pay-per-views. They continue to grow their fan base in bigger arenas. They will be going live soon. Thursday nights will be live wrestling. If they continue to put and they always had good storylines. They had good wrestlers. It's just they just didn't have the media reach. Now with the way wrestling is consumed, either be a streaming platform or more people. Let's face it. People watch it via Twitter. The clips and highlights, watch-alongs, not just here, other watch-alongs. TNA is going to continue to grow to the point where we're probably going to have them forced to go live on Thursday nights. Look, Raw, Monday Night Raw was taped. The only time they were live when after a pay-per-view premium live event, Monday Night Raw will be live. The rest was taped. And they figured it out. You know what? We want to captivate an audience. We need to go live. People will tune in live, production-wise. And I know they were bigger. They had more money and all that stuff, for television stuff. But if people it's cause and effect. If people want it, they'll put it. They got a TNA Plus app. If we continue to purchase and buy the TNA Plus app, they just watch. If you don't have the TNA Plus app, they throw promo codes. They'll give you promo codes when they take a big chunk of the price off. You pay $130 look, you got it for $132. Usually it's $2 something for the big ticket. You could get it for $9.99. Look, the WWE Network was $9.99. We all paid for it when it first came out. You get most of the premium live events, so most of their pay-per-views there. You get some of them. You get all the, you'll get, but you won't get Bound for Glory. But if you get the top-notch pack, it's $132 for a year. That's not bad. If you break it down, $132, you get all the pay-per-views. You got their TNA library. Of course, I'm not a paid sponsor by them or whatsoever, but I'm telling you, if people purchase that and they want, and people continue to want to see it, they see a rise, they're gonna go live. My point is, they're gonna have to go live on Thursdays because of the demand of people want to see this product. Yes, I know that Thursday night is a little rough, especially when football is on right now in this time of the year. But once football season tends to go away, when the Thursday night football games go away, I know NBA basketball is there. Not everyone's an NBA basketball fan. I get it. But if they're live on a Thursday night, right before the weekend, you're going to get eyeballs. If you're telling me TNA with that storyline compelling, and the good wrestling, they're live on Thursday nights and they're on a network where where a lot of the United States could catch it, or on network television that could catch it, or on a streaming platform, people will tune in. People will tune in and watch it. Oh, what a chop right on Eddie Edwards onto Brian Myers. Masha got out of the way. And there's a tag. Here's Jeff. Jeff the Fiend. There we go. Oh, atomic drop. Here we go. Typical. There we go. Jeff Hardy. Drop kick. There's a nice elbow by Hardy. He's got the hot tag looking. Okay, he got the Fiend face paint. That'll be. Oh, there you go. Oh, try to go for Twist of Fate, but no. Edwards scouted that one. Perfect. Oh, they got out of the way. Good save by Eddie Edwards. Took Myers out of the way there. Or vice versa. Good tag team work by the tag. That's why they're tag team champions. They had that scouted. There's a tag now. Myers is coming in. Oh, and the fans are fire. San Antonio's crowd is ruckus tonight. Again, it looks great when you see the crowd full. It looks so great. They don't have to turn the lights down like they do normally. Of course, there's a section with the lights off, but it's the way they set up their ring, their entrance. But man, it looks good. It looks full. There's a nice Russian leg sweep. And just to think all the talent that they had there. Deanna Peraza, Chelsea Green. Damn, the Guns, Machine Guns, Bully Ray. There's a tag. Oh, Tasha Steele with a chop on Hardy. Mickey James, another chop. Now she's twerking on him. Oh. That's a tag. Tasha Steele, though. TNA is not afraid of having the mixed genders go at it. Normally, when it's a mixed gender, at least the WWE rules, the female has to come in with the female, and regardless of when the match. But no, they're letting it breathe here. They're not afraid of that. Here we go. Jeff Hardy blocking the suplex. Another block. Now Hardy with a suplex of his own. Can he get a hot tag to Matt, or Marsha? Oh. Cutting the ring in half is the tag team champions, Brian Myers. Let's go, Jeff chants. Left goes Jeff. I wanted to hear what they were chanting, and it's loud. They're loud. It's coming out loud on TV. It's here and good for TNA. Very good. Very good. They had a tonight. They had a better crowd than their 1,000 episode last year. Remember last year they had 1,000 episode and they were in Westchester, New York. I thought they were gonna be loud. This was, and they brought Awesome Kong. Remember that episode? I know, and they brought all the women, and this is loud. Oh, Marsha got mushed off the apron. Hey, that Killer Kelly. They're missing a lot of talent. That TNA, either by signing elsewhere, but they still continue to deliver. Oh, nice move by Jeff Hardy. Look at the crowd. The crowd is on fire. Get the Hardy. Hardys is still a draw. They're the main right now. They're a draw in TNA. Look at that. Get a shot again of the crowd. There's a tag. Here's Jeff. Here's Matt. Matt's gonna go in there now. Matt, hot tag. He's on fire now. Oh, elbow. Hip toss. Scoop. Slam. Here's an Irish whip. Oh, the reversal. Oh, another elbow by Matt. Oh. A neck breaker. Here we go. Where's he got? Into the buckle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Delete, 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 delete. Brian Myers just got deleted into the turnbuckle. Now it's Eddie Edwards' turn. Delete, 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 delete. There you go. The crowd is chanting delete. Love it. Nice. 1, 2. Oh, kick out. Twist of fate. He's calling for the twist of fate. Here we go. Delete, delete, delete. He's setting him up. Here we go. Nope. Alicia grabbed his foot. No disqualification. Come on. Throw her out. Throw her out. There you go. She's been ejected. Alicia Edwards has been ejected. Come on, you got 3 minutes, pal. By the time you get to the ramp, the match is over. Come on. The crowd is loving it. The crowd is eating it up. They're waving goodbye to her. Get out. You got 2 minutes, pal. Oh, ABC's there. Okay. All right. So it's good to see ABC there. Okay. Then okay. All right. So he really isn't that. He isn't injured. He carried her out. I mean. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Myers now. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes before they got to go off the air. Oh, here's Slamovich. Slamovich with the chokehold. Oh, here's Steels to break that up. Both ladies in the ring now. Let's see. Slamovich now as Steels goes flying now. Now Marsha. Marsha's going to go flying. She's going to go with the suicide dive. No, a tornado. Wow, it was a tornado dive. All right, here's Chaos now. Here's Jeff Hardy. Jeff, nope. Edwards. Twist of fate. Yep, he got the twist of fate. Man, he stunned him out of it. And here we go. Matt Hardy. Twist of fate. Now Jeff is going to go flying. Oh, the shirt is ripped. The shirt is ripped. Brother Nero's going to go flying. Swanton. Got it. Here we go. The pin. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Good job, the Hardys tonight. With Marsha Slamovich, good. That was a good 6-person tag. Very good. Fun show tonight by TNA. A very fun show. That's cool. Next week is going to be cool. Rosemary and Twindy Chu take out the tag team champions. Joe Henry against Frankie Kazarian. Alexander versus Nemec for the world title. It's going to be good. Yo, TNA was good. TNA was very, very good. It continues to get very more appealing. The watch-alongs is always fun with them, even though it's taped, but I'm having fun watching it. The way ABC picked up Alicia Edwards, that was classic. That's good classic. They escorted her out. I loved it. That's the way you want to do it. She didn't want to leave the ringside. ABC comes out and is also keeping us, letting us know ABC is still in the tag team title picture. They have not, they got to get a rematch some way, somehow. ABC, I've said it before. I said it on the broadcast for the watch along last week. I said ABC I believe they're the best tag team in wrestling right now. I know everyone wants to say FTR. Right now, I believe, my opinion, ABC is the best tag team. Best tag team in wrestling right now, in professional wrestling, all across the board in all companies. We could debate it, but to me, in my opinion, I think they're the best. And it's not, and it's high praise because I don't have a WWE tag team on there at all. Other than Frazier and Axiom, it's the next. To be honest with you, but all in all, this was fun. Awesome night, fun night. We're gonna say goodbye here due to the fact that we'll be back on tomorrow night for SmackDown. Yes, we'll be back on and do the watch along for SmackDown, and I'll just enjoy the rest of the Jet game. And I thank you guys for joining me, for watching along with me. Appreciate all the love. I can't wait to talk tomorrow some more wrestling. And again, I always have the chat. Listen, I always have the stream ready to go. If you see some news and notes, feel free to put it in the chat because I could look at it, read it, find out more. I always try to put some news and notes as well in the chat. And let's get the chat, going. I know I have a Discord channel. I don't know how to use it. To be honest with you, I'm aging myself. I have a Discord. I don't know. I don't understand it. I have a Reddit page. I still don't understand it. So that's why I say follow me on Twitter. Yeah, call me old, call me a dinosaur, whatever the case is. But that's why I like Twitter X. I like Twitter. If you guys follow me there, we could do some wrestling spaces where I could interact with everyone as well. So hit me up, Devin. Tell me up there. I'll put it in the chat where you can find me on X. So definitely, would love to do a spaces. Talk some wrestling when we don't do watch-alongs. We could definitely chop it up, and I want to hear your thoughts. Sometimes it takes time to write. Sometimes you don't feel like writing. Sometimes you can't write. You're either occupied. Twitter space. We can have some Twitter spaces. And just have a conversation as well. If you want to come on as a panelist, just reach out. I don't mind. Come on along. Join me on camera. If you don't shy the camera, come on along. Just got to email me or DM me, and I'll send you the link. You come on camera, you come on all that stuff. We'll talk some wrestling, chop it up. Always good to have extra panelists to have a conversation. It's always good to go with that debate. So appreciate you guys. You can follow me there on X. So definitely, and again, guys, man, we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll definitely have the guys. We'll have Terrence back on, of course, at SmackDown. D-Walk. We'll have Elliot, so forth, and we'll definitely be back tomorrow. Thank you guys again. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video. Every subscription helps. It tells us that we're moving the needle here. We're getting close to 17,000. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll love to get to 20K, but it is what it is. We appreciate everyone again. Thank you again. Guys, have a good night. It's going to be a feel-good on first day of, no, it's not autumn yet, but one of the last remaining summer Fridays. So peace out, guys.
Acknowledge me. And you want to know why? Because you're number 2. Hey, no. I mean that with respect. You all would be lucky to be a number 2, but you're not even close. This is the greatest number 2 of all time. But that's all you will ever be, is number 2.